Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rokah, Kwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders, prophets, and teachers of GMS who rule well. Now, I myself am not a part of GMS, but through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, I was able to come across these brothers and get this 100% truth. Now, if you haven't found out, they have passed that anti-Semitism bill, right? We're going to go into this bill a little bit, and we're going to expose some shit. As you can see right here, man, they had this bill in the chamber and they finally pulled the trigger on it, but let's go into it a little bit. You really got to pay attention to the wording of this shit, man. Look at this. I'm going to start off at point 3. Discrimination against the so-called Ish people may give rise to a violation of such title when the discrimination is based on race, color, or national origin, which can include discrimination based on actual or perceived shared ancestry or ethnic characteristics. See, Esau, Edom, they like to fucking play with words, man. That's why they say actual or perceived shared ancestry, because they know they're not the people of the scriptures, man. They know that shit. It is the policy of the United States to enforce such title against prohibited forms of discrimination rooted in anti-Semitism as vigorously as against all other forms of discrimination prohibited by such title. Now you see how strongly Esau Edom feels about discrimination against the so-called Ish people, but when it comes to discrimination against other people, they don't really give a shit. Let's actually jump down here real quick, and we're going to get the main point I want to pull from this whole thing. Look, we're going to point 1, means the definition of anti-Semitism adopted on May 26, 2016. By IHRA. We're going to be going into that too, of which the United States is a member, which definition has been adopted by the Department of State and includes the contemporary examples of anti-Semitism identified in the IHRA definition. Now, they say they adopted this. Let's get to the IHRA, which is the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, right? Now you notice they call it the working definition of anti-Semitism. Now, what is working definition? What is that? A working definition, a definition that is chosen for an occasion and may not fully conform with established or authoritative definitions. Listen closely to this next part. Not knowing of established definitions would be grounds for selecting or devising a working definition. Meaning what? They don't have a definition from this word because they made the shit up. So there is no definition for it. And they're going to tell you this out their own mouth. Read the full text of the IHRA's, listen closely, non-legally binding working definition. That's a fucking mouthful of anti-Semitism, and learn more about this important tool. Fuck out of here. Not even gonna finish that. Notice that they call it a non-legally binding. Let's get that. Not legally necessary to obey or follow. Let's go a little bit further. Let's get non-binding and see what that is. Non-binding, having no legal or binding force. Which means what? This definition is not legally binding. It has no legal binding force, man. It can't be enforced. Why? Because anti-Semitism is a made up fucking word, man. The fact that Noah's son's name was Shem, not Sem, that should have gave it away that it was made up. Now let's get this so-called definition. Adopt the following non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is a certain perception of Ish, because we know they're not the real Jays, which may be expressed as hatred towards the Ish. Rhetorical or physical manifestations of anti-Semitism are directed towards Ish people or non-Ish individuals and their property towards Ish community institutions and religious facilities. We're going to start at this second one, right? Making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Ish people as such, or the power of Ish people as a collective. Now that word mendacious, that basically just means not telling the truth. You know, Esau Edom got to use big words to try to make themselves seem smarter than what they really are. Such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Ish conspiracy, or of Ish people controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions. Now, if you understand secular history or even know who the Rothschilds are, you will understand that that's not a myth. That's actually the truth. Accusing the Ish as a people of being responsible for real or imagined wrongdoing committed by a single Ish person or group, or even for acts committed by non-Ish people. So basically what they do to the Israelites today. They demonized us and labeled us as Black Hebrew Israelites, and then they keep bringing up that damn kosher market shooting that man had nothing to do with Israelites. They just said he did. They lied. But hey, this is just Esau being Esau, man. Of course, they'll try to make a law where you can't do to them what they did to you. Oh, I really love this one. Let's drop down to that third point. Denying the Ish people their right to self-determination, e.g., by claiming that the existence of a state of Israel is a racist endeavor. Sure, that has nothing to do with the fact that y'all stole the identity of a whole nother people, but hey, nevertheless, let's continue. Which this scripture was the first thing that came to mind, man. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. That entire bill is an unrighteous decree. First of all, you call the definition a working definition, which means it's not really a definition. And then you say it's non-legally binding, but then you make a bill that makes it legally binding. That's ridiculous. Unrighteous decrees. And we know that they only doing these type of decrees is because they want to control the narrative. They want their control back. It's been slipping for them for the longest. They've been getting exposed left and right, and now they're being exposed by their own people. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Esau, you're through. You're being exposed left and right, and by your own people. That's the sad part, man. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai made Putin reveal that Yahushai is actually a colored man. What you bastards have been trying to hide forever. And then some of y'all got so angry to the point where you denounce this Bible and start burning them. Let's get to the book of Psalms chapter 64, verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bent their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And who is that? That's the elect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They don't have any fear. They're going to come after the man of Yahweh. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You want to know one of their main snares? These wicked ass 2/3 Israelites that are coming against the true doctrine and going contrary to it. Whether they be using the wrong names, telling people that it's okay to eat pork, telling people it's okay to have relations on the Shabbat, and other wicked ass doctrine that these niggas is coming out with. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And they search out iniquities, man. They looking at ways to keep your ass in sin to the point where they put pork in damn toothpaste. But power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what's happening today. It happened back in the day with the man with the mustache. And what did he reveal? He revealed who the actual people of Yahweh were. And then you got Putin. What did he just do? He just revealed what Yahushai looked like. Their tongues are falling upon themselves. This is a beautiful time to be alive and watch the scriptures come to life, man. Esau, you're through. You're done. And with that, I hope this was edifying. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, and to the hopeful elect. Shalom.